Welcome to the bold analysis. Kericho County is in total chaos. The residents have barricaded the road in protest and transport has been paralyzed, not because of any other reason, but the blunder is the police. According to a report that we are receiving, is that there is one hustler known as Brian who was shot and killed by police in Kericho, and he was killed allegedly because he was participating in the peaceful procession. And after he was killed, that incident sparked protest in Kericho town, bringing the town to a total standstill. It is not usual because this is the town where William Ruto visited just the other day on Wednesday when the protests started, and they actually came out to try to talk to the residents, even not to join any sort of protest. It is a Kenyan county, and this is William Ruto's backyard, even though it is the Kipsigis side. And I've just been talking to a driver who was plying that route that is telling me that even between Sotic, a few minutes drive from Bomet town, there is also another protest that seems to have been sparked by another incident of shooting. So Kericho and Sotic, the protests that are being witnessed there, and remember, these are places that William Ruto believes are his backyard, and there's no other way that they can find themselves protesting. And that is what I'm saying is a bit shamefaced. You know, the truth of the matter here is, when we talk about the cost of living, it's affecting all, whether you voted for Ruto or Raila Odinga, whether you are UDA or Azimio la Umoja. But the only tool that the government has been using over time is to try to narrowly link Raila Odinga's quest to reclaim power, rather to topple William Ruto, as the message. And what is said is that Raila wants to topple Ruto, and that's why he's protesting. That is the message that Ruto is going to tell. Ruto has been telling his supporters. And I want to explain to you what exactly is the political interpretation of the wave of protests that has rocked William Ruto's backyard on day 3 of Mandamanos. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and thank you very much for your support. We are moving on with 100 subscribers challenge. We want to get 100 subscribers per day. And the best way you can do this is just to confirm your subscription. Click the notification bell there and you'll confirm that you have subscribed, and I'll be so grateful for your support. Ruto was in Kericho the other day, and there is a meaning of whatever is going on. If people are being shot in Nairobi, in Mombasa, in Nakuru, and in Kericho, then the question that, and before even do a deeper interpretation, there is one question that many people are asking, and people have been asking me, Kevin, Kithure Kindiki is a lawyer, and for the first time, people in the law fraternity were so happy that they had gotten one of their own to sit in such a powerful docket, and so that docket is going to be controlled by a man who understands the law. Who is giving orders to shoot, orders to kill, that is being witnessed? And it's very clear that there could be stray orders even outside the ranks and file of the security sector, in the security sector, that is conducting it. And if a full audit is done on the deployment of the police, perhaps this can come out clearly. Because even the other day, there's a police officer who was protesting, joined protests in a joint protest in Taita Taveta. Now, there are three the interpretations of this. Police brutality, if UDA are not careful, it's going to spark the next wave of protests. Because it is charging people's emotions, and it's even reviving or awakening sleeping towns and cities. As far as protests are concerned, Kericho town was a sleeping town until a boy was shot, and the whole place turned chaotic. And if you're not careful, that is Kericho. This is something that can actually cause sporadic protests in other places. Because what I think the state should actually interpret and understand is this. People are there is that political agitation because people are complaining about what is going on. But instead of addressing the questions and addressing the concerns, you are actually unleashing the tear gas and the bullets and the guns on the population simply because maybe you don't want people to work, you don't want people to talk. You see, there is a video clip that I saw. I saw that video clip. I want to play that video clip for you here.
So Ruto wewe jifanye kichwa ngumu, but at the end of the day utaumia. Sisi tutarudi the other side, we pack up Raila.
That gentleman was arrested in town simply because he was saying that they should be allowed to protest, that things are not right. And many people have been asking, why was he even arrested? You know, he was arrested because he was talking. There is also another video that gentleman who was arrested by plainclothes officers in Mathare, and allegedly because the police had tear gassed his child, and he was protesting because his child was tear gassed. He was arrested. Probably because of his case, I know very well that maybe he's going to get his way in the corridors of justice. So that's one signal from the Kericho protest, Kericho and Sotic protest, that if the way police are handling protesters, they might actually be catalysts of Manamano. Number two, Ruto's message in public is flat. If Kericho town can protest 2 days after their own son, William Ruto, camped there and issued some title, and not even issued, and opened some development project there, and even went to the town and addressed rallies to them, then what does it tell you? It actually tells you that it's very clear he's losing track of the region. While he was there, his security details discriminated Kericho MCS. And a video showing Kericho MCS walking out of the place, walking out of the place in protest, that they were not allowed to be part of what the president was doing there. So it's clear. If William Ruto comes from that place, he went there, he talked to them, all the MCAs, all the MPs, all the governors, the governor and the senator, the political leadership of Kericho County is 90% UDA. And don't believe any message that they are sharing with their constituents is in conformity with what the president is saying at the top. But that region can also protest. What does it show you? It shows you that William Ruto's message is not getting to convince the population. Number three, demystifying the maandamano or the political agitation using party affiliation is a failed. In fact, in other words, has flopped. What many people would expect here is Kericho is a UDA zone. And there have been attempts to convince those who support UDA party that if you support UDA party, you should not join the protest because the protest is supposed to be perceived as an Azimio thing. So if they support UDA, yes, but they still went and protested. It means that when it comes to matter of life and death, even the party affiliation doesn't work. And this is now. How about if these protests will be sustained until we get to the next year's general election, and until we get to the next general election? How are people going to maneuver their way? Lastly, those politicians that have been standing before microphone to do ethnic profiling on the protests must then be called out that even your supporters are protesting. We've seen Meru, we've seen parts of Muranga, we've seen Embu, we've seen Nyandarua, we've seen Nanyuki, we've seen Laikipia, and now we've seen Uasin Gishu, Nandi, and now Kericho, Sotic. So what? So let's stop the ethnic profiling as those who are protesting come from tribe A, tribe B. It's not about the tribe. That is the message that is coming from Kericho and Sotic protest. Thank you.